Hi guys, today we are taking a look at a game that I played on my NA account on Westfield. I'm playing in the ELC Even 90, and this is a game where it pretty quickly turns out to be a rough one. And it's not going to be a high damage game, it's not going to be a high assistance game. It's more about my relocations and the decisions I take and when I take them to let us be able to actually turn this around in the end and win it. So spoilers there, but the way in which we do it is pretty interesting. So as the game starts, I decide to make my way up mid through the valley and try to get up to one of the edges on the high side in order to get some spots out. I do this because our links go to the side where I would normally try to go. At the game start, I had a look at the enemy light tank lineup, and it was an LT432 and then a Lynx. So pretty quickly I get to a point where I spot out the LT, but he obviously spots me as well. I take one shot from him, I take one shot from the Lynx. I go into cover, and finally someone takes a bit of a shot at the LT, and he takes some damage, but not that much. So I decide pretty quickly that I'm gonna relocate from this spot because of the Oni coming from north, and also since we didn't have enough players in a position where they would actually get shots on the light tanks. I don't want to stay on that side, but rather go over to the other side to see if I can help out there. And also, since the only one in a position where he can reliably take shots across is the Leo, I want to go to his position and try to help him out. So at this point it's pretty even damage wise, kills wise, so it's looking okay, so I'm not too worried. I stop to try to see if I can get some shots off onto the Lynx, but he goes unspotted. So I try to move up towards where the Leo is. So now I peek and see again, the Lynx is not spotted, but I see that I can get some shots onto the Oni. I tried to check if he's turned his back against me, but he had his front, so I need to shoot for the turret. Get one, bounce one, then he turns to me. I get spotted, so I decide to get out of there. So I see the LT get back up again. I'm on a reload, but I decide to see if I can get him reacquired. So I track him as long as I can, but I'm still on a reload, so obviously I can't take any shots. And just about when I'm reloaded and ready, he goes unspotted again. So I instead turn my focus over towards the Scorpion. Take one shot that I miss, one hit, and then a blind one. I can see the splash behind him, so that was also a miss. And by this point, it's not looking so hot. We lost the heavy flank. We are pushed into a corner here. And we are down by a lot of hit points, and also by 3 kills. So at this point, it's not going to be like a fantastic game. It's more finding the positions and see if we can get something done. So my first objective here is to try to take out light tanks. So I managed to get rid of the Lynx, and then I go on a reload again. I want to have a full clip if I need to go in and have a fight with the LT. And at this point, this is the best it's going to be for a pretty long time with regards to the kill count. But we are way below on HP. So I will basically try to get some shots here, but since I'm on a reload, And then when I'm done, he covers behind the Semovente, and then he runs away. I take a shot, but obviously at that distance it didn't have any chance of hitting. So again, I go on a reload. And at this point, we are 4 kills behind. They are almost double our HP. I'm basically convinced the RT is next, and that is also the case. So the LT432 goes in, spots the RT, and the VK101P takes him out. I try to push now because I want to get in a position where I can take a shot before he goes unspotted. But he basically goes unspotted exactly at the point where I would possibly be able to have a shot. I see the tree falling, so I turn around and try to get away. I take a shot, but miss. And then he shoots me once, hits, and then the rest of the shots misses from across as well. So at this point, we pull 1 kill back, so goes from 6-11 to 7-11. And at this point, I know that the enemy light tank is low HP, so I don't expect him to go too far from the position where he was last spotted. I think he's going to try to spot our Borask out and the other mediums as well. So at this point, I'm not sure where the Scorpion is, so I try to go over here to get some information. And if he's not here, I'm planning basically to go towards the enemy cap and to kill Artie. So I see the VK, I have some greens, but on this distance the drop-off will basically mean that I won't be able to pan. I see the Scorpion, but he's on the edge of my render range, so he disappears. Where I see him going now, I know for a fact that it's the LT432 that's in cap. I know that the Scorpion is going back to get in cap. I decide to relocate and go back in order to be in a position where I can spot so that the Borask or the other mediums can decap. I see that the Borask takes 2 shots to get rid of the IS. So in this position, I am the one who has to go and try to decap. So in this case, I make sure I have all the bushes between me and the cap. Not so much for the Scorpion, but more for the LT that's still in there. So I keep 1 shell in the clip, and then I go, and in this little gap in the bushes, I found the LT. He hits or spots me, but I managed to take him out. So at this position, we have the view range advantage. I will be able to outspot anything. The Borask is a close second. So I'm going on a reload, and I decide to wait here for a while. But now, I don't want to be down here by myself, just in case they make a push. I haven't seen the G-Saw in a long while, and there's also other tanks that are basically not seen for quite a while. So I go on the reload. I see if I can find an angle on the Vipera, but from where I am, it's no chance to do that. So I decide to go back and have a look and see if we can find information on where the G-Saw is. And if I can't find him, then I will try again to go for Artie. I stop to see if I can get some shots on the Vipera, but both he and the Oni are basically behind the building. A Progetto from his angle can take out the Oni, and I hope that they have shots as well on the Vipera. The Progetto is going in, and we tell him basically not to push too hard because we have the view range advantage and we want to make that count. So no one is going to our cap. I haven't spotted the G-Saw, so I decide to go for Artie. and leave the Vipera to the mediums. And here I basically get really confused. I try to go up, can't see the arty. I expect to proxy spot the arty here, if he's below me or if he's in the corner, but I don't see him. So I think he's been running, so I prepare to go up, but just when I get down, there he is. So just literally outside my my proxy range when I went above him. So pretty sneaky, but I take him out. I do not get shot by anything, so I am pretty sure that the G-Saw is no longer there. Neither the Borask nor the Leo has been seeing any sign of him. So I go on another reload, and now I'm just relocating again. So I'm going back. The VK101P is in the cap. So my mission now is basically to go back and to decap him. And I've got plenty of time, as long as the G-Saw doesn't go into cap with him. So, as I am driving by, I see if I can get any shots on the Vipera, but again, not my primary concern. My issue here is I want to get to the cap, so I can decap before the G-Saw goes in there. Because the time needed to cap with 2 in will go down, so 2 point basically where we don't have any possibility to decap. And now when we've turned the game around, it would be a real shame to lose by enemy capping out. So back again for some more decapping, and I actually got 100 decap points, which is the maximum you can get. So just a few seconds left, and I aim this really carefully. I hit and pen, and then I think I'll have the kill, but no, I bounced. There was quite a good synergy between the Borask, the Progetto, and me in this game. The G-Saw has been spotted, so I'm while I'm going on a reload, I'm going across, and I don't want to end up in a situation where he, because he kills the Leo, and if he reloads in time, he could actually clip the Borask and the Progetto. And I don't want to end up in a situation with my low HP to need to try to shoot him, because even with my 3 shots, barring a fire or an ammo rack, I wouldn't be able to clip him. So I need at least someone to take a shot to get him down to clippable. So I move up, and he gets spotted, the Borask goes in, he puts 1 shot in, I put 1 shot to get him down to a position where the Borask can actually kill him. So, all in all, from a pretty bad situation to a pretty good situation. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.